All right, let's talk about Duke. You've probably seen a ton of information out there, and it can be pretty overwhelming, right? Well, today, we're going to crack the code. We've taken all that data and all that info and boiled it down into a clear, strategic guide to help you build your absolute best application.
Okay, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and look at the numbers. Getting into Duke is tough, there's no doubt about it, with an overall acceptance rate of just 5.1%. But, and this is a big but, look at that second bar. The early decision rate is 12.9%. That's more than double. That difference is not a mistake, you guys. It's a huge clue, a strategic door that we need to understand.
And yeah, the academic bar, it is set way, way up there. For the students who sent in their scores, half of them were in the 1520 to 1570 range on the SAT. That's, wow. It definitely sets the stage for how competitive this is. But hey, don't let that scare you off. We're here to talk strategy, not just get intimidated by statistics.
All right, so this brings us to your first huge decision point in this whole process. And I'm not just talking about a deadline on a calendar. This is probably the single biggest strategic move you're going to make when you apply to Duke.
So here's the deal. Laid out, plain and simple. It's a classic trade-off. You've got early decision with that much better acceptance rate we just saw, which is a massive advantage. But there's a catch, a big one. It's a binding commitment. Or you can play it safe with regular decision, keep all your options open, but you're jumping into a pool with a lot more people.
Okay, so let's be super clear about what binding actually means. This is not just telling Duke they're your favorite. Nope, it's like signing on the dotted line. If they accept you, you have to go, and you have to pull all your other applications. So you gotta ask yourself, is Duke your absolute, hands-down, dream school? If the answer is yes, this is a powerful play. If there's any doubt at all, regular decision is your friend.
And this timeline just lays it all out, doesn't it? You've got two completely different journeys. Path 1, early decision, is a sprint. It's quick, it's intense, and you know where you stand by the holidays. Path 2, regular decision, is more of a marathon that stretches all the way into the spring. Knowing which race you're running right from the start is just crucial.
Okay, so you've picked your path. Awesome. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty and actually build the core of your application. You know, the stuff that actually goes into that admissions file.
Think of these 4 things as the absolute must-have foundation of your application. You can't skip any of them. You've got your main application form, your transcript with all your grades, a report from your school counselor, and then 2 recommendation letters from teachers who really know you. Getting this stuff locked down and ready to go is job number 1.
All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Test scores. This is the big question, right? Duke is test optional, and they're really clear that you won't get dinged for not sending them, which is great. But it also makes you wonder, so should I send mine?
So here's what Duke tells you to do, and honestly, it's pretty good advice. Just look at the scores of the students who got in and sent their scores. The bottom line is this. Use this table as your guide. If your scores are in this ballpark, or even better, sending them is probably a good move. It'll help your case. But if they're not, it might be smarter to just let the rest of your amazing application do all the talking.
You know, your transcript is so much more than just a GPA. It really does tell a story. Duke wants to see that you didn't just coast. They want to see you pushed yourself, that you took the toughest classes your school had to offer. Oh, and if you're thinking about engineering at Pratt, listen up. Calculus is a non-negotiable, and you really want to have physics on there too.
All right, enough with the numbers and the checklists for a minute. Let's get to the fun part, the part that makes you more than just a GPA and a test score. We're talking about how to tell your story in a way that makes an admissions officer sit up and say, wow, I need to meet this person.
I love this quote from Duke's admissions team. You should probably write this down or something. It's not about a laundry list of activities. They do not care if you are in 20 clubs. They care about what you are truly committed to, what you poured your time into. It's all about depth, not breadth, quality over quantity every single time. And that brings us to the absolute heart of your story, the Why Duke essay. And please, please do not write a generic essay here. This is your moment to connect the dots, to say, here's my passion, and here is the specific professor or lab or program at Duke that's perfect for me. You have to show them you've done your homework.
Now, Duke also gives you these optional essays. Pro tip, don't think of them as optional. Think of them as more chances to impress us. Seriously. This is where you can show another side of yourself, a part of your story that didn't fit anywhere else. Pick the prompt that really lets you shine and reveal another layer of who you are.
Okay,
let's switch gears and talk about something really important: money. The cost of a Duke education can seem, well, shocking. But it is absolutely essential to look past that first big number, because it's rarely the whole story.
So there it is, the sticker price, around $83,000 a year. Take a deep breath, it's a lot. But, and this is a huge but, for the vast majority of families, this is not what they actually pay.
Because here's the real number you need to see. For students who get need-based financial aid, the average cost plummets to around $26,000 a year. I mean, what a difference, right? That completely changes the picture for so many people.
And this isn't some rare thing either. As you can see, about half of all undergrads at Duke get some kind of financial aid. They are really committed to making it work, which is what makes a world-class education like this possible for so many more students than you'd think just by looking at that sticker price.
So at the end of the day, when you're about to hit that submit button, here's what it all boils down to. It's not just about the stats or the deadlines or even the strategy. Duke is trying to build a community of curious, ambitious, persistent, and just good human beings. So the real question isn't just if you can get in, but what unique story will your application tell them?